talk about how getting back with these guys and being able to spend some time with them for the first time in a while.
Any chance we get an opportunity to get back together and reflect on what we achieved in the past here at the University of Michigan, it's a great deal. It's a great privilege and an honor at the same time.
What do you think about the facilities?
Man, each time I've seen it, I've always said, man, I wonder if we'd have had it like this, we probably would have won 2 or 3 championships. But it's a beautiful thing. Michigan is definitely headed in the right direction. They first-class organization. I'm always proud to say Michigan.
Glenn, when you think back on what you had and what you learned there, I mean, what's the outstanding memory? Is there one thing that stands out above all else?
I think the one outstanding thing that stands out the most is that how we came together as a team and as people, our brothers, and went out and achieved our goal. And that goal was to shock the world and become NCAA champions. That's always going to stand out. And that's why it's so great when we always have an opportunity to get together like we are today. It makes it so much better.
Do people remember you the way you think you should be remembered? That team?
Yeah, I have no complaints. I'd much rather them remember my teammates.
The team.
It's easier to remember me because everyone thinks of the accomplishments that I had. But, the main thing I try and do is make sure they don't forget about my teammates and the coaches.
Do people remember the '89 team in the span of college basketball the way it should be?
I think when you talk about a championship team, I think we have been short-sighted somewhat. But at the same time, we're not going to hold that against people who tend to ignore a champion. That's their problem.
Any similarities between your guys and this current team now or last year, maybe?
Yeah. Definitely the shooting. I mean, they're not afraid to jack up threes, that's for sure. The head coach, Line, I think he's got these guys going in the right direction. The preparation, first class act that they put on each and every day. These guys here, they wear it on their sleeve. They wear the M on their sleeve. They go out there and represent best to their ability. And thus far, they're doing great.
How much do you get to watch them now?
I get to watch them quite a bit. I have to watch them because bragging rights are on the line all the time, and I like to brag. And even the times when they don't come out as winning in the win-loss column, they're still winners.
You could have fit on this team in the offense?
Easily. Are you kidding me? The way I shoot, of course.
As a member of that championship team, what's it like kind of watching these guys get back to that point where they're competing for championships again?
It's fun watching. I can understand exactly what these guys are going through as far as trying to make sure everything's in order to put yourself in a position to win a championship. I understand the times they get nervous. I understand the mistakes they make. So it's right now it's coming upon a time where they got to understand that pulling together is probably the most important thing. That's how we won. We had some unfortunate circumstances happen at the time. We won. We lost our head coach. But we realized that we can still do it as long as we remain a team and do it together.
To a lesser extent, Michigan lost Mitch for a while. Who knows how long he'll be out. But what can that do for a locker room, and what have you seen out of these guys to be able to come together and make this run?
Well, when you look at the game itself, when you lose key players, a lot of guys have an opportunity to step up. That's why it's so important that the preparation for each individual to always be at 100%. So when you lose a guy like that, you've had guys step up. Any given night, anyone on this Michigan team can be the standout individual. So that's what makes this team very special.
Did you get to talk to them last night, the team?
Yeah, we had an opportunity to talk to them, man. One of the things we expressed to them is that, you got to believe. Now's the time that you got to believe that you can do it, regardless of the circumstances. Go out there, work 110%, fight for one another, and your chances are just as good as anybody's.
Does it seem odd that there has been an outbreak Big Ten title since you were around?
That does seem odd because you have had some really good teams who have been in position up until the last week or two to win it outright. But at the same time, when Michigan has the opportunity to do it, we want them to seize that.
Do they kind of pick your brain too and ask you about time here, time in the NBA, all of this stuff too?
They don't have to. I'm more than willing to share. I try and do that as much as possible because I understand that they're here now. I've been there, and if I can make their road a little easier, that's my job to do so.
Did they do it last night? Did they ask any of this stuff last night?
They asked questions last night, and not just from me, but from the whole team. We tried to steer them in the right direction. We tried to make sure that we ease their minds a little bit better because, there's nervous feelings now. Going into another season where you have a great opportunity to get back or surpass what you did the previous year or so. We just try and tell them to take it easy, enjoy the ride, and go out there and do what you do best.
Kobe Bryant recently said that he doesn't think the college game can really advance a person's skill set too much. It doesn't do a whole lot for you moving forward.
Well,
coming from an era where you guys played 3 to 4 years.
Well, in my opinion, and it's not a professional opinion. It's just my opinion. I think assessing the situation a little bit, that's probably what has hurt the NBA game a little bit because the lack of maturity from a lot of the guys who have committed early. So I've told Kobe on a couple of times he was wrong, so I'm going to have to tell him this time as well.
How much do you think the one and done rule and kind of guys getting to the league quicker has affected that?
Well, I'd personally like to see guys that continue to keep going to college because it's a great experience. But at the same time, I can't allow myself to tell a guy not to go if he's in that position to pursue his dream and pursue it a lot quicker. So, but I do see how it does hurt the game.